Today we will be learning about hands-on equations. Hands-on equations are all about keeping things balanced. So let's start with the basics. What can I put on the other side of this balance scale to keep it balanced? Well, we can either put a 2 and a 3, or we could put a 4 and a 1, or we could put a 5. Anything that equals 5 will keep this balanced. So from now on, we will call this pawn x. X is a variable that can stand for any number. So what number should x represent to keep the scale balanced? So, in order for this scale to be balanced, x needs to be equal to 6, because 4 plus 2 is 6. So this side is 6, and so this side also needs to be equal to 6. Now we will transition to representing algebraic equations on this balance scale. How would we represent this equation on our scale? Remember that x is represented as a triangle. So the way we will represent this on the balance scale, on one side we have 2x plus 3. So we can draw two x's, 1, 2, plus 3. On the other side, we just have 7. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we have had some practice balancing, let's try balancing and solving this equation. First, how would you represent this equation on the balance scale? So on the left side, we have 5 x's plus 7. On the right side, we have 3 x's plus 21. So what can I do to this equation to keep it balanced? Well, if I take these 3 off, and I take these 3 off, is my equation still balanced? Yes, because I took the same amount off from both sides. Now, if I want to take the 7 off, this would go to 0, and 21, if I take 7 off from 21, this goes to 14. So I'm left with 2 x's on this side and 14 on this side. So what must each pawn or each x be in order for this to be balanced? That's right. Each x must be equal to 7. And that is our answer. Now we will show how to solve this equation using algebra. So, take a moment to try and solve it on your own using algebra. So first, we took 3 x's off from both sides. That left us with 2 x's plus 7 and 21 on the other side. Then we took 7 off from each side. That left us with 2 x's on the left side and 14 on the right side. Then if we divide both sides by 2, this was a step that we did not see on the balance scale, but we did it in our head. So then x is equal to 7. Now try this one. First, I distributed. So I got 2x plus 4 equals x plus 10. Then I subtract 4 from each side. So I get 2x equals x plus 6. I subtract x from each side, so I get x equals 6. Is this balanced? Once again, this is not balanced. So let's show this on a balance scale. So here's our balance scale. On the left side, we have 2 copies of x plus 4. So we have x plus 4, and we have 2 copies. So there are my 2 copies. On the other side, I have x plus 10. So if I take off an x and take off an x, then I can take 4 off, that goes to 0, and 4 more. So I took off 8 from the left side. So if I take 8 from this side, I'm left with 2. So actually, x equals 2. So remember, everything is all about balance.